the day, Double Fantasy by John Lennon and Yoko Ono from the year 1980. This was the last album that John Lennon released while he was still alive. And it was the first album he released in 5 years because the album before it was 1975's Rock and Roll, which most people don't really count as kind of like a main John Lennon album because it was just covers of famous rock songs like Stand By Me. And it was his first original album in 6 years. And what's really interesting is what inspired him to make this album was he's kind of in this weird retirement stage, spending time with his family, actually being there for his second son. And he was in the car and he was listening to the radio and he's like, oh, I dig this song. And then at the end on the radio, the like DJ used to be like, oh, and that song was this by whoever, and it was coming up by Paul McCartney off of his album McCartney 2, which released in 1980. I'm not sure, the single might have released in 79, but the album released in 1980. And he's like, wow, Paul's still having these massive hits. Coming Up actually ended up being a #1, but I don't think John really knew that when he was kind of thinking about this. He's like, wow, Paul's on the radio, I should make something. So he got together with his wife and they kind of alternated on the track list. Like he did a song, she'd do a song. I think that pattern breaks, like the A B A B A B pattern breaks. I think sometimes it's like B B A A B B or whatever. But these are some of my favorite solo John Lennon songs. Like it starts off with Just Starting Over, then it has Beautiful Boy on it, Watching the Wheels, Woman, some of my favorites. Like Woman is one of my favorite love songs of all time. Watching the Wheels is such an incredible song, just kind of talking about how, he doesn't really have this urge to be this big famous rock star anymore because he just would rather chill out with his family. Then Yoko has her songs on this, and Yoko gets a lot of crap because a lot of her stuff is just like this weird avant-garde yelling. But she actually has some solid stuff on here. She has a song Kiss 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 on here. I like it. Yoko is actually a really good artist in her own right. And this Kiss 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 song, I think for 1980, I consider it a new wave song. So it's pretty early for new wave, even though like Gary Newman did Cars in 1979 and Blondie already had some stuff that you could consider new wave. So overall, I'd rate this album like an 8 out of 10. Thanks for watching. If you want to see more, subscribe.